morning. I've got my coffee. I got my guacamole last night. Today's our last day. So much to do. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tonight's a barbecue, but I still have more folks to talk to before we do that. Come on, let's go. Today I'm talking with Dale Scruggs, another one of our business analysts here at McLeod Software. Dale, how are you doing?
I couldn't be better.
Fantastic. Can you talk to us a little bit about our carrier relationship management tool that we have?
Certainly. For a number of years, we've been asked to emulate some of our customer relationship management functionality inside the brokerage module, and that's just what we've done. We have provided the ability to set up plans of attack for bringing in new carriers, bringing them up to the point of onboarding, and to set up simple functions like recurring calls, all on the same screens that the brokerage module customers are already familiar with.
Oh, okay, great. Is there a version requirement for this product?
16.1 or later.
Okay, so it may be time for some folks to upgrade.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, super. Thanks for taking some time with us
Oh, you're
today.
so welcome. Thank you.
So we're here with Ben Strickler with Hogan Logistics talking about the McLeod IQ tool. You've been with us for 2 years now. How has the tool worked for your company so far?
Well, we're no longer polling data.
Right.
So it's allowing us an avenue to push feedback directly from the system regarding our users, regarding our lane history, regarding our profitability. I'm seeing it on 15-second, 15-minute increments, whatever I want to set that timing for. And it's a constant flow of data. So I know exactly at every point during the day what my team is doing, how successful we're being, and it's been great. It's been wonderful. Historically, we would go and we would pull system information, and then we would try to join it in some report reader. Now I don't have to do that anymore. Now it's just a click of a button.
So you would say then it's much easier than the standardized canned reporting we had in the system before?
Oh, without a doubt. The flexibility, some of the canned reporting options are great for starting off, but as we've grown and developed as an organization and we've become more involved in the cloud, we've realized that there's far better avenues to manage our business. We use them in conjunction, but it's a much more layered solution. So we're no longer handicapped by a canned report, whereas I can click and join fields and databases from any source within McLeod. So it's been wonderful.
What business impacts have you realized from the analysis you've gotten from the McLeod IQ?
Two things I would say. Employee return is probably one of the greatest, and then also lane ownership. We are a non-asset-based organization, so similar to an asset-based company, they have power lanes. They have lanes that were most profitable. We now have that. We have that visibility. Prior to this, we were using a canned report, which was a lane state analysis, but it wasn't layered enough to look at the specific origin, destination, as volume, revenue per lane, order status. And what we're doing now is we're identifying our top 50 lanes that are most profitable, and on the flip side, our top 50, or our worst or most negative 50 lanes. So we're addressing those issues, and we're going back to sales. We're working with our customers, and we're trying to make sure that we're protecting profitability. And as a result, we've seen our percent margin climb.
Are you taking advantage of some of the networking here at the conference to get some ideas from others who are using McLeod IQ as well?
Absolutely. It's one of the best things about the Cloud User Conference. You know, I always tell everybody it's the best conference that we come to every year, and I truly believe that. You know, there's some other conferences that we attend, but nothing allows us to expand from a TMS perspective, as well as a networking perspective. So people are more open than I had ever expected, sharing business practices. I remember the first year I attended, I was sitting back thinking to myself, I can't believe how everybody is telling me what makes them successful on a daily basis. But I quickly realized it's a community, it's a network, we're all on the same tool, and quite frankly, we're really not competitors. So it's been wonderful. And in return, we share ideas with those members as well.
That's great. So I don't know if you've heard, but we're going to be in Atlanta
Yes,
next
I
year.
have heard. Yes.
You plan on coming on out there?
Oh, absolutely. Every year. And I actually was I was sending some emails this morning saying that we need to expand our presence. So one of the things that I initially had expected was that it would be operationally oriented. So our first year in attendance, we sent myself and one other operations member. But there's opportunities for our back office support, our finance teams, our claims, safety, whatever it may be. There's opportunities for other members within our organization. So we're going to try to bring more people next year.
Great. I look forward to seeing you there, and I appreciate you taking time.
No problem at all. It's been wonderful. Thank you.
Brett Farrell is joining me today. He's a business analyst here at McLeod. Brett, how are you?
Good, thank you, Missy.
Great. So Market Insight is a product that we have here at McLeod. It's not new for this year, but we have made some enhancements. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I sure can. It's not new, but we've really grown it over the last 12 months. Last year we were at about 130 Market Insight subscribers. This year we're well over 430 unique SCAGs. And we've also added some improvements and some enhancements. One of them is called Power Matrix. Now Power Matrix is a tool that allows you to automate a way to create a state-to-state matrix. It's something you can filter for precise rates, upload to our server, and then within a few minutes or 20 minutes, depending on how much data we're processing, have that matrix returned to you in an email. And then you have a very powerful tool to help create a quote for spot rating or customer rating, however you set that up. But it's a really neat tool, and it takes a lot of the manual process work out of trying to create that state-to-state matrix that so many companies use.
Is there a version requirement for that product?
There is not a version requirement for that product. Market Insight as a whole has a version requirement of 12.0 or above.
Okay, good
So
to know.
Power Matrix is going to be available in 16.1 and above. And if that's something you'd like to discuss, adding to your Power Matrix or adding to your Market Insight product, let me know and we can talk about how to get that done.
Super. Now let's talk about the pricing and bid management tool. That's another product that you work with here at McLeod. Give me some information on that.
It is. Pricing and bid management is not new, nor was Market Insight, but we continue to make some nice developments and some nice changes to make that process a little simpler to use. A lot of companies and customers have a big obstacle in trying to find a way to import rate data and bid data into the product, and we're working on ways to simplify that, creating some templates and creating ways that customers aren't so overwhelmed with how do I get that initial data into the module in order for me to analyze it and using the great tools that we have inside the pricing and bid management module. So we're working on those as well as others.
Fantastic. Listen, I appreciate you taking some time and enjoy the barbecue tonight.
I will. Thank you, Missy.
Thank you. So I'm talking with Leanne Espinoza with K&L Freight Management. Leanne, how are you today?
I'm great.
Thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me. It's great.
You enjoyed the users conference so far?
Yeah, it's always a great experience. I learn a lot from all the panels and about the new upcoming features I'm really excited about.
Sure. One of those products that I know that you're using is the profitability analysis module. Tell me a little bit about that and how that's going for your company.
Profitability, it was one of the first things and really why we bought McLeod. We really wanted to get some insight into how we were running our trucks regionally and on those lanes and seeing if the service and what we were doing to help customers, if that was making us money. Our customers wanted us to scale and handle more of their business, and we were prepared to do so, and we got profitability set up and looked at that information, and on one in particular we just knew it was not working. It was not working for us, so it was a tough decision. Tough decision with an important customer of ours, and looking at it and going, how we're running it today is not making us any money.
So what are one of the things that you understand now using the profitability analysis that you might not have known beforehand?
Well, it really got us to look at our cost per mile and use that to figure out what we were good at, what our specialty was, and really what type of business we should be modeling after and having sales go after.
Sure. So during the conference, we have networking opportunities. Have you found that some of those networking opportunities give you the chance to talk to other customers that are utilizing the probability analysis tool and get some ideas off of them?
Oh yeah, the panels are always great. I learned a lot from it. Particularly in my first year, we came to a conference right after getting it and getting to hear different people's experience and more so even figuring out what to do with that information and how to talk to your teams and just different ways to manage around the data and is really what's kind of the hardest part. Once you have that information, it's what you do with it next. So.
Sure. So have you heard we're going to be in Atlanta next year?
I did not.
Yes, we're going to be in Atlanta. You think you'll join us there?
Absolutely.
Great. We're looking forward to having you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to talk with us.
Oh, for sure. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. It would be impossible to put on a conference of this size year after year without help from sponsors. And this year is the first time we've ever had a diamond sponsor. There's someone I want you to meet. Hi, Mixon with Omnitrax. Come on. Excuse me, hi.
Hey, Missy. Good
Hi,
to see you.
it's good to see you. I want to say thank you so much for being a diamond sponsor here at our conference this year. How long have we been vendor partners?
Wow, we've been working together for a long time, Missy. We actually both started in this industry. We were both pioneers, I would say, over 30 years ago, and we've been working with McLeod for quite some time.
What is it that brings you back to these conferences year after year?
Well, I think we share so many great customers here. It's the new technology and talking to those customers about that and just being able to share what's going on in the industry and many of great speakers we also get to hear from.
Again, we want to say thank you so much for being our diamond sponsor, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks.
Thank you. Hey, buddy. Did you have a good time at the conference?
Melissa Jane, what is the matter?
I'm sad. The conference is over. We leave tomorrow.
It was a great conference. We had great speakers, outstanding sessions. We had a ton of people come this year. We got a big party going. You over here sulking?
What am I going to do between now and Atlanta?
Gives you about 5 hours to get some work done.